Welcome to Monday's second video. Firstly, Kenya on Tuesday, Kenyans will elect new president. Presidential election will be held in 47 counties of the country, and before that, just an hour ago, election in two counties has been cancelled. The two counties are seen as strongholds of Raila Odinga. We have details for you about tomorrow's election, Tuesday's election. Secondly, Hassan Sheikh Mahmood is on another foreign visit. He arrived in Kampala, Uganda today. While Hassan Sheikh is in Uganda, Southwest regional state of Somalia's president arrived in the Somali region of Ethiopia today. Thirdly, Tigray farmers badly in need of agricultural products. Good news for them. 10 million US dollars loan has been approved for an organization which is providing seeds, fertilizer to the farmers of Tigray. FAO today broke this news that it has succeeded in securing 10 million US dollars loan for the farmers of Tigray. Fourthly, viewers, lastly, Ethiopian National Security Council, top Ethiopian security body, held a meeting today. The meeting was chaired by Ethiopian PM Abiy, and top Ethiopian government officials were part of the meeting. Some numbers have been shared by the government in terms of arrests made by security forces in different regions of the country. We'll have a look at these numbers. What is surprising for me is that in the Amhara region, hundreds have been arrested. But the number of arrests in Oromia is much smaller than number of arrests in BG, in Amhara. We have details for you. Let us analyze the numbers, viewers. Firstly, Kenya, viewers, on Tuesday, presidential election will be held. New president will be elected. Two main candidates, Raila Odinga, his fifth attempt to be the president of Kenya. He has served as the Prime Minister of Kenya in the past, but he was never elected as the president. He has tried 4 times in the past. This is his fifth attempt, perhaps last attempt as well. He is being challenged by William Ruto, who served as deputy president throughout the government last 5 years. In 2017, this new government of Kenyatta was formed, and William Ruto was appointed as deputy president. So since then, he's been deputy president, and now he wants to be president. Kenyatta is backing Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga is Kenyatta's past rival, but in this campaign, Kenyatta backed Raila Odinga. Both the candidates focused on internal issues. Their election campaign did not focus on external issues like what is happening in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in Congo. Mainly, they focused on internal issues like corruption, like rising of food prices, like support for farmers in Kenya. So basically, voters will decide what has been announced in terms of for the people of Kenya. Election will be held tomorrow, and results will be announced within around 10 days, And if a candidate secures 50% of the total votes and 25% of the votes in half of the 47 counties where voting will be held, he will be the winner. But if no candidate succeeds in securing 50% votes, then next round will be held. And in 2017, in previous election, we know that after the election, Supreme Court annulled the election results. Let's see what happens this time. Meanwhile, hours before the election, in 2 counties, tomorrow's voting has been cancelled. In Kakamega and in Mombasa, due to some printing errors of ballot papers, election has been cancelled. It is being said the 2 counties are strongholds of Raila Odinga. Since it's a very close race, both candidates, Raila and Ruto, are neck and neck. It's a close race. In this close race, election in 2 counties has been cancelled. So it could be a disadvantage for Raila Odinga that in Mombasa and Kakamega election will not be held tomorrow. Election will have regional implications too. In Somalia, election was held, and after that we see that a new era is starting in Somalia. New decisions are being made. Somalia Eritrea relations renewed. Somalia Ethiopia a little strained. So Kenyan election will also lead to regional impact. Let's see what happens tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll keep you updated about what is happening in Kenya. Secondly, viewers, the second news story is from Somalia. Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, Somalia's president, is on another foreign visit. His 8th foreign visit since his election in May. This time he is in Uganda. He arrived in Kampala a few hours ago by a Ugandan airplane. He was received by Ugandan government officials and he is visiting Uganda at the invitation of Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni. Uganda has its forces deployed to Somalia. Several African countries have their forces deployed to Somalia to counter Al-Shabaab. Let's see what happens in this visit. What will Hassan Sheikh gain from this visit? That remains to be seen. Will Uganda announce some humanitarian aid for Somalia? Will it allow continuation of deployment of its troops to Somalia? That remains to be seen. So Hassan Sheikh's foreign visits continue, starting from UAE, then Turkey, Eritrea, Kenya, Djibouti, Tanzania, Egypt, and now Uganda. Secondly, while Hassan Sheikh is in Uganda, a regional president of Somalia is in Ethiopia. His name is Abdulaziz Laftagarin, president of Southwest Federal Member State of Somalia. His term is due to expire in December this year. And Southwest State is a key state for Ethiopia because it shares border with Ethiopia. And second, there is presence of Al-Shabaab there. And from Southwest, there has been incursion into Ethiopia by Al-Shabaab fighters in recent weeks. And now Ethiopian forces are deployed to Bakul region of Southwest. So Southwest State and Somali region state of Ethiopia, both are jointly fighting Al-Shabaab. Ethiopian government is developing ties with federal member states of Somalia. We have not seen any high-level Ethiopian delegation visit Mogadishu so far, but Ethiopian delegations have been seen in Jubaland, in Southwest State, in Hirshabelle, I think, as well. Now, Southwest Regional State President is in Ethiopia. He was in Addis Ababa and then he arrived in Somalia region state of Ethiopia. He held meetings with Mustafa Umar. You can see the pictures of Laftagarin with Mustafa Umar. So, this coordination is required to fight Al-Shabaab. But only thing is that Mogadishu should be in this loop as well. If Mogadishu is kept out of this loop, it will not lead to success in the joint effort against Al-Shabaab. Thirdly, viewers, a good news for the farmers of Tigray in need of fertilizers, seeds. I think August is the end of farming season in Tigray. Farmers are in need of fertilizers, seeds, other agricultural inputs. FAO, a Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, has been buying fertilizers for Tigray, but it was facing shortage of funds. In several statements, it urged international partners to commit funding, to give money to FAO so that it could buy fertilizer seed for the people of Tigray, for the farmers of Tigray. And today, FAO announced that $10 million loan has been approved for delivery of agricultural inputs to Tigray. Who gave this loan to FAO? UN's CERF gave this loan to FAO. CERF is Central Emergency Response Fund, a UN fund for emergency purposes, and from this CERF, 10 million have been allocated for the farmers in Tigray. FAO says that so far it has procured 19,000 tons of fertilizers, and 7,000 tons of fertilizers have been distributed in Tigray. ICRC as well today shared some numbers that it has distributed fertilizer to around 120,000 individuals in Tigray. So gradually Tigray farmers are receiving fertilizers. This farming season is very crucial, viewers. If Tigray farmers miss the farming season, it means for the next 6 months, almost a year, people will have nothing to eat. In October, harvesting will start, I think. So if there is no farming now, there will be no harvesting in October. But it seems that things are gradually improving. Though speed is slow, but international community is playing its role, keeping in view the fact that global conflicts are rising, humanitarian needs are rising across the world. But still, Tigray has not been totally neglected by international community. Having said that, there must be a solution to this conflict. How long will the people of Tigray remain dependent on this foreign aid? Lastly, was Ethiopian National Security Body today held a meeting chaired by Ethiopian PM Abiy, and the government body shared details of the action taken by government forces against elements involved in creating law and order situations, in destabilizing the country. We'll have a look at these numbers shared by the government. Before that, who attended this meeting? General Berhano Jula, Ethiopian Army Chief, was part of this meeting. So rumors have been dispelled. It was being rumored that General Berhano Jula had been injured and he was not in the country, he was receiving treatment. He was there attending this meeting. Ethiopian Intelligence Chief Temasken Trone was there. Ridwan Hussein was supposed to be there. He was there because he is National Security Advisor. Deputy Prime Minister was there, Damake Mekon, and Aaron Farah was there as well, Deputy President of Prosperity Party. Another Ethiopian general was there too. And again, Tishagar, Speaker of House of Federation, attended the meeting too. I did not see any regional president. In some previous meetings, we saw regional presidents attend the meeting as well. This time, I did not see. Maybe they were there, but the pictures shared by the government do not show regional presidents. So what is the government saying? What is government's claim? Government says that in recent days, no time period mentioned by the government, in recent weeks, in recent months, Security forces have taken action against 3,180 persons across the country. 180 arrested in Oromia, OLA, they call Shine fighters. 663 arrested in the Amhara region of Ethiopia. 497 in Addis Ababa. In BG, Benishangal Gumuz, 826. In the Somali region, 800 killed Al-Shabaab fighters. And government says the arrested, the killed are Shine fighters, OLA Shine fighters, Voyane, junta they call it, TPLF fighters, thirdly Al-Shabaab fighters and others like in Amhara, activists, journalists, Fano fighters. Now, question is that in Oromia, just 180 have been arrested. In Amhara, 496. In BG, 826. BG is much smaller than Oromia. In Oromia, we know that government has involved several forces in the fight against Oromo Liberation Army. And Ethiopian government is on record. It said that it would wipe out OLA. OLA has been wiped out. Ethiopian PM announced the start of a major operation against those involved in Valaga, and he said OLA was involved there. So in Ethiopian government's operation so far, in Oromia region of Ethiopia, only 180 OLA members have been arrested. But in other regions where there is not as intense insurgency as in Oromia, large number of people have been arrested. So that shows how I see it is that operation against OLA has not gone according to the plan. That is why we are seeing that no major OLA commander has been arrested so far. One was arrested 2 days ago, but we don't know if he was active or not, or if he was active in combat role or not, though he is part of Oromo Liberation Army. But no major commanders, Jalmaro, Gamachoboy, others, where are they? It means that operation against OLA has not made significant progress. That is how I see these figures. Yes, in Amhara, Fano is on the back foot. Fano has been dismantled, you can say. Only pro-government Fano is in operation. It is conducting its activities under the supervision of government forces. Other Fano factions are on the run, their leaders, etc. OLA, it means, is still intact. No considerable losses inflicted on OLA so far. That is how I understand this, this briefing. In the Somali region, yes, 800 killed. Those are Al-Shabaab fighters. And Al-Shabaab did suffer losses. We know that Al-Shabaab could not gain a foothold in the Somali region of Ethiopia. In BG, situation is very volatile. Their government claims arrests, but some of these are not actual fighters. They are locals who are accused of supporting Gumuz fighters. Overall, government's operation in Oromia has not made any significant progress so far. Thank you for watching.